All right, let's talk about something we all think about: financial freedom. For so many of us, it feels like it's just out of reach, right? And it's so easy to blame things like the economy or, just bad luck. But what if the real reason, the thing that's actually holding you back, is something a lot closer to home? We're going to dive into these hidden patterns that might be keeping you stuck. Seriously, think about this for a second. What if the one thing stopping you, it isn't your job, it's not your background, not at all? What if it's just a simple habit, a little pattern that you repeat every single day without even realizing you're doing it?
Does this sound familiar? You're doing everything you're supposed to do, right? You work hard, maybe you're even making more money now than you were a couple of years ago. But somehow, at the end of the month, the money comes in and poof, it goes right back out. Bills, rent, all those little purchases that don't seem like a big deal at the time. It feels like you're just running on a treadmill, and the whole time you're telling yourself, if I could just make a little more, then I'd get ahead. But here's the thing, making more money, that's not the whole story, not even close. The reality is, most of us are caught in this trap. And it's a trap that comes from a really simple misunderstanding, one that is so easy to fall into. Okay, so first up, you've got your income. This is the number we all obsess over, right? Your salary, that paycheck hitting the bank account. It's the money that's flowing in from your job or whatever else you do. But then there's wealth. And you gotta understand, this is a completely different game. Wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about what you keep. And even more importantly, what you grow. This is the foundation, the thing you're actually building for your future. And this is where you can really see the trap in action. So you've got the income mindset. This is the little voice that says, hey, I got a raise, I can spend more. And so every time your paycheck goes up, your lifestyle kind of quietly inflates to match it. A nicer apartment, a newer car. It feels like you're making progress, but you're not actually getting ahead. Now, the wealth mindset, that's totally different. It's all about creating a gap. As your income grows, you consciously keep your spending the same. And that gap, that is where wealth is born. Okay, so if just focusing on income is the trap, what are the actual habits that keep us stuck in it? Let's break down the 4 biggest reasons people just can't seem to get ahead. All right, reason number 1, our obsession with quick results. Think about it. We live in a world where we want everything right now. Instant delivery, streaming on demand, instant likes on a photo. And without realizing it, we've started to expect that from our finances too. We want to see fast growth, we want those quick returns. And this really gets to the heart of what happens. We jump from one idea to the next, right? We'll try a side hustle for a few weeks, maybe put some money in an investment for a month, and then when we're not rich overnight, we quit. And it feels like we're putting in a lot of effort, but it's really just fragmentation. You're scattering your energy everywhere. Real, meaningful growth, it needs time. It needs to compound. Reason number 2 is a tricky one. It's the fear of discomfort. And look, we're not talking about being super rich and comfortable. We're talking about being just comfortable enough to stay exactly where you are. That steady paycheck, the predictable routine, it's not a bad life, but it's also a life that doesn't really push you to grow. And that's the key, isn't it? Real financial growth, it almost always requires stepping into some uncertainty. It means you have to be willing to be a beginner again, to look like you don't know what you're doing for a little while. And yeah, that's uncomfortable. So most people just don't do it. Okay, number 3. This one's a silent killer of dreams. The lack of time ownership. I mean, be honest with yourself. If you actually tracked your free time, where does it all go? For a lot of us, the default setting is just consume, scrolling through feeds, binge watching shows, falling down a video rabbit hole. And look, it feels harmless. It feels like you're just relaxing. And some of it absolutely is. But when that becomes your go-to, your default habit, those hours slowly eat away at the time that could have been used to actually change your future. And hey, this isn't about that crazy 24/7 hustle culture. It's just about being aware that every hour you spend consuming is an hour you're not creating or learning or building something for yourself. And that brings us to the last one. This one is subtle, but man, is it powerful. It's the focus on looking successful instead of actually doing the work to become successful. We scroll through social media, we see everyone's highlight reel, and we feel this pressure, this need to keep up. But here's the honest truth. A lot of those fancy cars and exotic vacations you see online, that's not wealth. That's just a sign of high income and even higher spending. Real wealth building, it's usually quiet, it's boring, It's disciplined, it's about delaying gratification, and it means making choices that, frankly, don't look all that impressive on Instagram.
So, okay, those are the big 4 patterns that keep people stuck. But just knowing the problem, that's only half the battle, right? So what's the fix? What do you actually do? Let's get into 5 really practical shifts you can make to start building a real path forward.
Number 1, focus on building assets. Stop thinking just about earning and start thinking about creating things that earn for you. Number 2, and honestly, this one is the biggest game changer, separate your lifestyle from your income. When you get a raise, your spending stays the same. That's it. 3, commit to consistency. Pick one path and stick with it long enough to actually see it compound. No more jumping around. 4, control your attention. You have to own your time. Be intentional about where your focus goes. And finally, number 5, redefine what progress even means. Start valuing those small daily improvements way more than some big, flashy win. Now, you might be looking at that list and thinking to yourself, okay, none of that is exactly rocket science. And you're right, you've probably heard bits and pieces of this before. And that right there brings us to the final and maybe the most important point of this whole thing. I mean, if it's really that simple, save more, invest your money, be consistent, don't get distracted, then why isn't everyone doing it? Why do most people completely ignore this seemingly simple advice? And there's your answer. The reason people ignore this advice, it's because it doesn't feel exciting. It's kind of boring. Yeah, I said it. It doesn't promise you'll get rich overnight. It doesn't offer a secret shortcut. So everyone keeps looking for the next get-rich-quick scheme, while the people who are actually building wealth are just quietly doing the boring, consistent things, day in and day out. So let's wrap this up with the most important takeaway. Your current habits. They are perfectly, and I mean perfectly, designed to give you the results you're getting right now. They're designed to keep you exactly where you are. Now that might sound a little harsh, but it's also incredibly empowering. Because it means the real question isn't, is building wealth possible for me? The real question is, am I willing to change the patterns that are holding me back? Because until you change those daily habits, nothing else is going to change.